in bed, meditate, I think I should. No, we ain't friends, got me on.
What's going on, guys? It's Bryce from Fitz Records, and today I let the RattPack Logic's fanbase review his new album, College Park. Now, the way I conducted this was I went on my Discord, which will be linked down there below. Make sure you tap in with that because I've been doing events on here all the time. I did the Logic bracket. I streamed that if you saw that. I let people be a part of that and this video. So we're going to have events and stuff like that going on in the Discord, but I let you guys come in the Discord, tell me you guys' thoughts, and hey, we got some special guests on here towards the end of the video, so I'm going to play out RattPack's review of College Park. So I put the thing in here, just brief thoughts, College Park, top 3 favorite tracks. Ethan, the floor is yours.
Ooh, that's tough for me. In no order, by the way. Red Pill, Clone Wars, and Village Slum are my top 3 favorite.
Good picks.
I don't really see any, drawbacks to the album. TBH. I think the only one that people agree with is High Life, but I don't think it's really meant to be a meaningful song.
That was his pop single that he has to do every album.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, the fact that he only has one song that pretty much people say is bad and the rest nobody says anything about, I think is very good on that part. But his lyricism through it, fire. The fact that he brought on all his homies in a lot of the songs and shit. Fire.
All right. B Rent, what's up? How you doing?
Yo, what's up?
What are your thoughts on College Park? Top 3 tracks. How you feeling? The rest of his discography. Just lay it on me. Just lay it on me.
Shit, man. I don't know. I feel like I'm a little lukewarm on it. I think it's pretty good. I do think it's one of his best in a little bit, but Vinyl Days was so much more stronger in my opinion. But this has got some highs. It's easily, Vinyl Days is easily better. The vibe on that was just immaculate. This one's good though. I like it. I'll say my top 3 tracks: Gaithersburg Freestyle, Shimmy, and then Come On Down. I think those are 3 heavy hitters in my opinion.
Those are the 3 hardest, loudest tracks in the album. I fuck with that. I fuck with that top 3. I get it. The Vinyl Days, it wasn't trap, but it was loud, man. That was a loud album.
Yeah.
So.
And the energy on Vinyl Days was so fun. It was just an immaculate vibe. This one, I like what he's going for on it. The skits could be a little bit better, but hey, there's some good stuff on it.
Great thoughts, man. Great thoughts. All right, I'm gonna keep it pushing.
So basically, I'm feeling when you account for studio album mixtapes, I feel like this is definitely top 5.
I agree.
I feel like we were talking about this before we got pulled. The highs on here are pretty high, and the lows on here aren't necessarily bad tracks or duds, more so forgettable ones.
I agree, especially on repeat listens. It's a solid project, but re-listening, it's not I don't want to say I'm listening to it a lot, so it could just be fucking my fault, but I don't want to say it's getting any tracks are getting bland. It's just they're not as crazy as anticipated, if that makes sense. But they're not bad. I'll still listen to those tracks.
Oh yeah. I'll listen to most of the track lists. One thing with that I like on Hero Post of Vinyl Days was production. I feel like he really nailed it. Don't get me wrong, the Vinyl Days production was crazy. It was so good, especially since this was his first full boom bap album. But I feel on some songs especially Quasi or Rogue One, the production's just way too in your face and loud and overshadows Logic. Yeah, so I feel this is a great balance. I feel in terms of production, he does it better on College Park. Those the skits have got to be their own tracks too, man. I'm sorry, Lightyear got a 4-minute skit. Come on.
Yeah,
but
at least they're all at the end apart from Lightyear. And it's the outro, but I agree with what you're saying. It's annoying to have to skip a track, especially if you're not paying, if you don't have a Spotify Premium or something.
Yeah, but for what we got, I'm very happy. I'm definitely very satisfied with what we got. Seth MacFarlane stole the show on Self-Medication.
Yeah.
Top 3 favorite tracks. Number 1, Lightsabers. That's just bumping it every day.
Yeah.
2, I'd say. I'd low-key say Village Slum, and then 3, I'd fluctuate between Playwright and Wake Up.
Okay, all right, interesting. Thank you for your thoughts. Thank you so much.
It's one of Logic's best projects that he made. It is a good start to his independent vibe and era, and I personally think, in my humble opinion, it's better than Vinyl Days.
Okay.
Vinyl Days. It may be, his goodbye to Def Jam, but I feel like with College Park, I feel like it's just going back to those concept albums that he usually does, like Tits and Everybody.
Yeah.
I feel like that's where he belongs. I feel like that's using his vibe when he does that.
Yeah.
And if I were to go back into my favorite tracks, we're going to start things off with Lightyear.
Okay.
We're going to start Red Pill.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, Lightyear, Red Pill.
All right.
And if I had to pick my third one, it's going to probably go Clone Wars 3.
Okay. All right. Good tracks. Those are all really good tracks. And I like what you said about, like, pretty much everyone I've brought in has pretty much talked about Vinyl Days, which makes sense. It's less than a year ago to compare.
Correct.
And I definitely agree with what you're saying. Like, College Park, it has like that like factor that reminds me of like Under Pressure, Incredible True Story, No Pressure production, like just like the grandiose, and Everybody even like that kind of like grandiose production style. Vinyl Days was just like the same beat, looped whatever that he made. You know what I'm saying? This album, you could tell there was a lot of like extra touches on the production for a full, concise project, which I appreciate. And
exactly.
Yo, we got Bobby Tarantino himself in the building. Oh shit.
I got a bit of a different experience. I actually went to the LA listening party there.
Oh, nice.
Like I got a little.
All right. Yeah, you can feel free to divulge as much as you want.
Yeah, absolutely. So here, I'll turn my video on as well. She sent me a merch package as well. So.
Oh shit, that's dope.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So yeah, I wrote it all down. So first of all, I want to say listening to the album as it dropped was fucking insane. That was fucking insane.
That's sick, dude. That's
a
crazy opportunity, man.
Hearing Gaithersburg freestyle live, dude, with the amount of people that were there was fucking nuts. To say the least, dude. Man.
I could only imagine.
Like, oh my god. So like, okay, I'm gonna say like my top 3 tracks, like as of right now that have stuck in my rotation, gotta be the freestyle, and then Shimmy and Lightsabers, dude.
Dude, you got it.
That's what I gotta say.
That's my top 3. We got the same fucking top 3, man.
It was insane, dude, and I want to say like my overall rating is probably like a 9 out of 10 because of the release party I went to. It made it like insanely better.
That's
I'll say
special,
that,
man. Those memories, first impressions matter, and when you're like going to a release party like that, and all the shit that goes down at the party goes down, like that's crazy, dude. So
yeah, it was insane. Like I actually got to talk to him, which was pretty insane as well.
Nice.
I was the guy that fucking drove all the 24 hours whatever to get out there.
Oh shit, I saw you were the tits jumpsuit in the video. That's
I'm from Vancouver Island, Canada. I drove 24 hours plus to get here. I've been here since 5 with the crew here.
Oh, you're right. I was like, you look a little familiar, bro.
Yeah, it was. I gotta say, that's what made the album just so much better. And like, I gotta say, it's probably top 5 Logic. I'm sorry, it's just top 5.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah, dude. I will say I appreciate the channel and everything you're running. It's fucking sick.
Thank you, man. We gonna keep it pushing, man. There ain't no stopping. We ain't gonna keep it pushing.
I had to get ready for the.
Oh yes, sir. I had to get merch
video.
Up. I don't even have any College Park merch.
Wrap the merch.
Yeah, I don't have any, dude. It's crazy.
This one's fire. It's comfy too.
Yeah, the merch is clean, dude. Like I had like my friends in real life like messaging about the merch. Like they're like, "Damn, that merch kind of nice." Like not even because they fuck with the album, like or even heard the album. They just thought the merch was nice.
Top 3 is hard. It's hard to have a top 3. I mean, Gaithersburg freestyle's got to be up there.
Yes,
it has to be.
Of course.
I don't know what it is about Red Pill. I don't know.
It's
Red
crazy.
Pill, bro.
He goes for.
I don't know
long.
what it is.
He goes for so
good.
long. All those switches, constantly.
The little like the breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
The breakdown is so nice.
Yeah, and he's still.
Where he starts to go like into addiction and like
yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
And then I think Village Slum. It's got to be.
Yeah, it's short.
I relate to that song heavy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think a lot of us do here.
The skits,
from what I've been talking to people. Yeah,
the skits is the only thing. I mean, yes, I like them. If they were separated from the songs, dude, it'd be a whole other story.
Yeah,
so good. So good, bro.
A lot of people were saying like the skits be separated, which is something I agree with. Because like. No one wants to have to sit there on a playlist and like skip the song, but at the same time, it does make the album as a whole more consumable and consistent, especially like I pointed out in my review, like I'm sure you watched it, but like, the skits do, reference themes in the tracks, especially like the track beforehand, the track prior, my favorite being like, the skit at Lightsabers, that's like, it's like a 4-second skit, but it's like my favorite one on the album. Yeah,
Oh,
like it's just
yeah.
it's dope how Logic in his
It's
verse,
dope.
he's like, go back in time, give the mic to my boy Castro. He's like rapping
Which is
from perspective of the
crazy.
skit. Yeah, it's crazy how he can like go back and forth. The skit, he answers the phone. It's dope. That is dope. I like the
And-
skits, but some of them are drawn out and
Gaithersburg.
pointless.
Going into Gaithersburg freestyle, that one was dope.
Yeah, that
he's
one
like,
too.
"Oh my God."
Yeah,
I was like,
freestyle.
yep.
Yeah, shit like that is sick. High Life, the
That
line
was
to High
dope.
Life is dope too, but some of them are a little bit drawn out. They're a little bit drawn out with no meaning, but I get
A
it.
little bit.
He's
A little
it's
bit.
partly yeah.
What was it? Playwright, right? That was the one that had like the super. Or was it Playwright or Paradise 2? I forget.
It's Paradise 2 has the gas station one. Yeah. Clone Wars has the Mr. Burger one, which is also kind of another one that dragged out a lot, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean that could have been a separate track. It would have been hilarious for that to have been a skit. That would so fun, just by itself.
Yeah,
hilarious.
Yeah,
and the one with when they pull up to the to go get six with Lenny and
I forget what track
funny
that
as fuck.
is. Top 5 Logic, I think. Top 5, right in that number 5
Easy,
spot.
easy, top 5, easy.
Right. Lay it on me, man. How you feeling? It's been a few weeks, you know what I'm saying? So let's get it.
Yeah. Honestly, not a bad album. Honestly, at first it was very overwhelming because ever since he dropped the Code DM and onwards, it was a little bit bumpy ride, but
for sure.
When Vinyl Days came up, and that was good.
Mm-hmm.
But then going back to College Park, something I wasn't really sure that was gonna hit like this, but after hearing a lot of snippets, I did notice that he was putting in his best efforts in this album.
Yeah, I think
in terms of storytelling, it's a really good album.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of like for me matches like with Tits.
Yeah,
but
sure.
But some people like to bitch about like tracks like High Life or the skits at the end of every track, which I would kind of go against because Tits also had the skits in between tracks where you'd be like, okay, why is there a skit?
Yeah.
So yeah,
some of them were separate on Tits, which was nice, but I think almost every person that I've talked to has basically said what you're saying right now. So hey, that might be a common consensus here, but I'll let you continue.
Yeah, but I would say the replay value is very important in like albums like this.
Yeah.
And last time, like the Vinyl Days, I did really like the album at first, but then later on, I kind of stopped listening to a few tracks because they didn't really hold the vibe of what I was getting from the first listen.
Yeah. Yeah.
With this one, I tend to have more tracks in the listening circle more than the Vinyl Days.
Yep.
Maybe it's because the vibe it gave off. The production was very good on a few tracks.
Yeah, it's very concise. It's like, it's a pretty consumable album. Vinyl Days was more of like a playlist type album. You could add certain tracks to this playlist or that one. College Park, I feel like since it's come out, I think almost any time I've returned to a single track on the album, I return to at least a few more. Like, you gotta have like a little bit of context, I feel like, to consume these tracks.
Oh, for sure. My favorite track was Clone Wars and Village Slum.
Nice, yeah, those are good ones.
Playwright is also a really chill song to vibe to, which I also respect.
Yeah.
And Clone Wars, at first when I heard the snippet, I was like, this song is going to be going crazy. And it did. It actually held it up pretty nicely.
I agree. I really enjoy the concept of that song, and like the title's kind of funny about like clones rap game, and he's talking about how he wanted to be all these other rappers.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. It's a pretty underrated track.
For some reason, I just don't feel like Paradise 2 hold it up to the same expectation that the Paradise 1 did. Because Paradise 1 had the switch up and the beat, and the second one just didn't have that.
I see what you're saying.
which was very disappointing.
Damn, but so you taking High Life over Paradise too?
Honestly, High Life is just a fun track to listen to.
I fuck
Honestly,
with that. I fuck with that. Yeah, I have no problem with that. Yeah.
Because the thing is, there was a lot of songs that were fun to listen to in a supermarket that people just didn't fuck with, like Lemon Drop, for example.
Yeah.
It was a fun track, but nobody liked it. They thought, oh, it was poor effort, it was piss poor. But for me, it was just a fun track to listen to. So yeah, those type of tracks really, like, in terms of replay value, really hold up.
Yeah.
To expectations.
How's the album speaking to you right now, Alex? Let me know.
So, like, some brief thoughts, bro. Like, it's definitely like a very cohesive album. Like, and like this has already been like something that's been said, but like the, you know, like the skits deserve to be there, bro. Like the album wouldn't be the same without it.
Yeah.
But they should have been their own tracks because
everyone's been saying
like
that,
just
bro. Yeah,
everyone's been saying that, bro. Like, you know, obviously, but as far as like top 3 tracks, bro, I gotta go with like Lightsabers, Red Pill, and Self Medication, bro. With maybe a runner-up being Incipio. Okay. Because, bro, the second half of Incipio was a vibe that like was not on the album. Like that was the only part, bro. Yeah. And like with Lightsabers, bro. Yeah.
On that shit, bro. Oh god, that shit is like fucking heart-wrenching.
Honestly, though, like, possibly hot take, I liked Lucy Rose's like speech. Like, I don't know, I liked it like that because the vibe of the beat with like what she was talking about, like it just like hit different, bro. But like,
some
like
Sherlock
a brief
Holmes
thing on oh, for sure, bro. But like a brief thing on like the top 3, like for me real quick, like Lightsabers, bro. Like it's just so upbeat and like lively, bro. Like, and freaking the way the beats, like the way like they change throughout like the song, bro. Like you never get bored.
Yeah, man.
And bro, Castro's verse makes me so excited for Half Breed, bro. Like, and not just on the song, but just on the album in general, bro. I can't wait for Half Breed.
Castro has
he is, bro.
Mad potential, and I don't mean that as like a disrespectful thing. He just hasn't put out music in a while.
Right, it's been so long, bro.
His Bobby Boy Records career, I have a feeling it's gonna be very fruitful for him. All right, he's fired.
Oh yeah, for sure. He has so much freaking potential. And then like for Red Pill, bro, like, because you know I grew up on that like Nas, Wu-Tang, like boom bap, like lyrical miracle stuff, bro. So like of course freaking Red Pill would like speak to me, bro. He just kept going and all the freaking, you know, double entendres and stuff. That was just all me, bro. That's just some Milo personally.
Yeah.
And then And then Self-Medication, bro, to me that's like a perfect song, bro. Like there's nothing in my opinion that's like wrong about that song, bro. That's just an amazing, bro.
The more
and like going into it, I would
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but like about stuff,
you're good.
The more I listen to that shit, the more I like appreciate all 3 of their parts more, because all 3 of their parts are very different. They're very separate.
Yeah.
But it comes together in those static select to scratches, you know.
I'm a sucker for scratches, bro. When I heard bro, like that automatically just like peaked it for me, bro.
Dude, it's nice. It's fire.
Yeah. But yeah, bro. Now one last thing, real quick. But I feel like just comparing it to Vinyl Days, I feel like honestly, College Park had higher highs, but Vinyl Days was like more consistent, if that makes sense.
I agree, because I think I might think Vinyl Days is better than College Park. I haven't 100% decided that yet, but it might be. Hey, College Park's more concise. Yes, sir. College Park is more like, it's more concise. It's definitely an album.
Right.
That makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
Something. It's a something, but it's fire. That's what it is.
Exactly. Yep, I agree with you. Yep.
All right.
Well, yes, sir.
I appreciate you coming through, man. Appreciate you showing out.
Yeah, no problem, bro. Shout out to the YouTube fans, bro.
Hey, I appreciate you, man.
Hey.
Whatever, man.
First of all, I loved it. Loved the features with Castro and what's his name?
Limbo.
Limbo.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is. Then people hate the skips. I personally love the skips. I think it's hilarious. And then Logic playing as a girl, Nikki and the drive-through girl, that's hilarious. But overall,
the
album is just fantastic. Yeah.
So what you feeling? Favorite tracks? What you feeling, man?
So favorite tracks for me is the degree song, the number song.
Oh, I got you.
Like,
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, the coordinate track. That shit hard, man. That shit
the
hard.
coordinate. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fire.
Yeah.
So what else? Lifesavers is fucking fantastic. I love it. What else?
Fire. That beat switch crazy.
And then it is. Then man, my hot take, I'm gonna say High Life.
Shit! You're the first one to say that. Okay.
It's such a vibe. Like it's like the only song that he's not rapping, like technically kind of singing a little bit.
Yeah,
and
right.
I fuck with that heavy.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. It is fantastic. It's just amazing. I hope Logic himself dropped the whole comic / video on the whole skits and shit, because that's a missed opportunity if he don't.
Yeah, I'm sure he will eventually. I don't know. It seems to have more like a rollout since that Shimmy video came out today. So I'm sure there's some stuff, still sitting waiting for us. So we'll have to see about that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, High Life is. I think one of the guys was talking. It wasn't one of his favorite tracks, but we were giving some praise to High Life. Hey, I fuck with it. I get it. It's just not. It's that one, pop track that Logic has. Which is fine. It's just, personal opinion, you know what I'm saying? But I fuck with it.
Yeah.
I fuck with that he did that. I fuck with that he didn't he gained fucking millions of fans from doing tracks like that. So I fuck with that. He's still tapping with that part of the fan base, no matter how mainstream it is. Yeah.
Definitely. It's not like Logic rapping over. It's something different, and that's okay.
Yeah.
It's not people don't like it. I like it though. It's literally just him, but I definitely fucks with it though.
Yeah, mad respect to you. Hey, for being honest, I feel like a lot of people are jumping on the bandwagon. I'm hating on the song just because everyone else.
Exactly. So. The song is so chill. It's not trash. It's actually fucking.
Yeah, I don't think it's trash. Yeah, I just more so. I like the song the song from that snippet more was from the College Park excerpt that it replaced. That song I was waiting on.
Definitely.
When I saw it got replaced, I was like, damn. That was all for me though. That was just a personal thing, but. Fuck it.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's probably self-medication, red pill, and Gators Break freestyle.
Yeah, dude, that Gators Break is crazy.
Shit bangs, bro. Actually,
it's wild. Fat Trail verse, dude. That Fat Trail verse.
That's crazy,
dude. Fat Trail has that's one of the craziest verses on a Logic project.
Yeah,
there's no verse
I don't know.
Logic project, bro.
Yeah, bro says slime, bro.
Dude, he said, I'm rolling with slime, you might see a 9. Just look at my eyes, you know that I'm high. Yeah. God, dude, he said I'm drinking 300 a line, bro. He talked about lean. That shit is fire, dude.
Hey.
That shit is fire.
I don't know, my favorite verse on that joint is probably Castro's. Castro
snap, too. Even Ade snap, too. Ade had that rhyme. Yeah, Ade.
Wombo's kind of lacking, though.
I feel he said back 1,000 times, I will say, but the flow was nice with it at the same time, and it was kind of short, but yeah.
Yeah. Self-medication.
That shit's so crazy.
Redman's verse too, that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We've talked a lot about self-medication. The more I listen to it, the more I appreciate Redman and I appreciate Logic. They're all doing their own thing, but it works so well somehow. But
how it works, but it does.
Yeah, that fucking feature is crazy.
A lot of people are not talking about Redman's verse. That shit.
Yeah, dude, that shit is dramatizing, bro. He kind of spilling it all out. That shit crazy. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Red Pill. You gotta talk about Red Pill, man.
Yeah, he just goes and goes and goes. Yes, sir.
Yeah, just keeps on going, man. And this message and the first half is it's kind of crazy too.
Yeah, I've seen people, and I think even I made this complaint when the album came out about Red Pill, that the first half is it's pretty substantive. He's saying a lot of important things, storytelling almost, and then the second half it's almost the traditional it's he's rapping just to rap, and that's something I didn't like at first. But the more I listen to it, the more I don't know why, but I fuck with it. I fuck with that. He's just kind of going just because he can on that track.
No, I'm kind of in a minority on that. I liked it immediately. First time I heard it, I was like, damn, this shit crazy.
Yeah, it's a great track.
It's a bonus because it's not cut off by a skit.
True.
Like,
hey, true. Everyone's saying that's the main.
Like first time listening to the album, it was like, please, for the love of God, don't get cut off by a skit. Like I was like hoping.
Yeah.
I guess probably like my biggest problem with this album. Like
seems to be everyone's, man. Mine too. So
yeah,
definitely understand that.
I would say my least favorite tracks.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was, you obviously have High Life.
Yeah. Hey, the last guy I talked to, High Life was in his top 3 favorites, man. So I was fucking with that. I was like, all right, work.
That's probably like the only skip. I mean, Come On Down. It's not a song I'm gonna be bumping much, but it's still a song I'm gonna bump.
Yeah, it's alright. It's cool. It's cool. I definitely fuck with it though.
What's another song I'm forgetting? Oh yeah, Shimmy. Like,
Shimmy's
that music
hard,
video?
dude. That music video is dope. The music video is dope.
Yeah.
I like seeing him and Joey just kind of fucking around in the studio.
I mean, I hope they collab more. You know what I mean?
I hope,
Like,
yeah, they need to, man. They know they have to, bro. They got too much of a overlapping fan base. I feel like they got to do it. Yeah.
I mean, I said he was on self-medication. Like, Static was literally doing the scratch.
Everyone thought, that's what, including myself, that's what, like, everyone thought. They're like, oh, Static and Joey gonna be featured on the same track. No. Nah, instead, Static and Seth MacFarlane, motherfucker.
Well, let's talk about Lightsabers.
Lightsabers is wild, bro.
Crazy.
Lightsabers is wild, dude. That track.
When I first heard that beat switch, bro, I was like, yeah, damn,
that
this
beat switch is so smooth. I fuck with beat switches like that have like an element of progression to them, like that little like, you know, I'm talking about like before he actually starts rapping, that little stretch. That shit's hard. That shit
3 beat switch is crazy.
Yeah, 3 is, especially for them all to be good and like all to like morph in different ways. They didn't just like switch like that or do the same thing. They were all different in their own way. I fucked with that.
I don't know, I kind of like the first beat the most though. Like, I don't know.
Dude, I don't know. The last beat's my favorite, dude. Like that last verse before Castro spits is crazy to me.
Listen, I'm like, mind my profanity, but that shit kind of fucks.
No, I don't give a shit, bro. That shit do fucks, bro. It fucks for show. Hell yeah.
All right. Let me see. All right. When I heard it when it first dropped, right? I loved it. And then over time, I was listening to it more and more, and I really loved it. I love College Park. I definitely believe it's definitely a top 5 Logic project for me, in my opinion.
Oh God, what is he about to say?
One of my favorite tracks out of the whole song, besides from like the popular ones like Gaither's Break Freestyle, Shimmy definitely was probably my absolute favorite.
Dude, it's a slapper, bro. It's a fucking certified fucking slapper, dude. It's so good. It's a fucking slapper.
It's so good, and I have low key an underrated one from that album. I don't see a lot of people talking about Ayo that much. I like Ayo.
First person to say that's in their top 3 favorites. I'll fuck with that. Hell yeah. And I honestly was sleeping on track for a while, but it like kind of clicked for me like the other day. Like I was fucking with it, but now it like really clicked for me. So I've been fucking with it. His voice is great on that track.
Yeah, it's great on that track. I don't hear a lot of people talking about that. It's like I loved it. I fuck with it.
Yeah, shit's hard. Bun B's verse.
It is. Too. I feel like I was listening to Fantana's review on it. I don't feel like the skits aren't that annoying or like I don't feel like the skits aren't supposed to be like that like top tier like quality acting. It's supposed to be Logic and the guys, you know, getting ready for the content and stuff. It's not supposed to be like high tier like acting, top quality. No, it's just him and his friends in a car, you know, doing their things, getting ready. I feel like that's what it is.
And I when it comes to like the skits. The main complaint from everyone I've talked to has been the skits. But I do agree with what you're saying to an extent, but at the same time, a lot of the tracks, a lot of skits, do like, you know, they have contextual value to the tracks, which that's the part of the skits I really do enjoy. It's the other stuff that you're explaining, like it's obviously there for like comedic value, and he's not like trying to make like this like strategically like paced like album. Like you said, it's his 8 Mile, you know, he's into like fucking all these like nerdy cartoons. Of course he's gonna have some like dumbass like skits on his thing.
Exactly.
So I fuck with it in that, but at the same time it's like, if I can definitely understand why someone, especially someone who's not a Logic fan, can listen to it and be like, I like skip it every time. Like I get that. I have no problem
no, I get that
about that at all.
Yeah. I feel like that's probably like the biggest complaint they have, but it's not like super annoying to me because like you get the context, you get everything. It like really does make sense.
Yeah,
but I can understand like
for the most part.
Yeah. I still listen to them, especially Paradise. That skit I still kind of do listen to. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah. That one I listen to.
You know, you might know this. The voice actor for the Robbers, Logic's manager.
Yeah, I was hearing about that. Yeah, yeah.
That shit's so
I had a feeling that was funny. Yeah, and then Logic voicing like the woman too.
Yeah, and he voiced all the women, dude. That shit's funny, bro. Like that is honestly him voicing the women is like the funniest part of the skits. Like some people say that's the corniest, but to me that shit is so funny, bro.
No, it's funny. Yeah, no, it's funny. And like the Under Pressure reference of Nikki, because that's the that was the name of the lady. Yeah, I love that reference.
Yeah, that shit was sick to see.
That was honestly sick to see. Yeah, but no, I really love College Park. I'll probably still keep bumping it for a while. You know.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
how it goes.
You listen to a new album and then you're bumping it consistently for a good while.
Then it kind of slowly falls off, and then your favorite tracks will kind of stick with you. You know, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
So
that's how it goes for me. Yeah, man.
So it's been a little bit of time. College Park has been out. You know, enough time to consume, digest.
Yep.
Top 3 tracks. Brief thoughts. How you feeling on it?
My top 3, I'm gonna have to go Gaithersburg Freestyle,
sir.
Shimmy.
Oh, yes, sir.
And Village Slum.
Oh, he gets it. This is a cultured man right here. This man gets it right here. Fuck yeah, man. How you feeling about the album overall? Like in his discography, what you feeling?
I think Vinyl Days was a bit better, but
I agree. I think
this is a very consistent album. And even though Vinyl Days has more highs, more memorable tracks, I think this album doesn't really have any bad tracks and is a very enjoyable listen, start to finish.
Yeah, I agree. How you? I'm gonna ask about this because this has been brought up by every single person. The skits, man. How you feel about them?
The skits should have been separate tracks like Vinyl Days. Vinyl Days did it right.
I agree. I think most people agree as well. Definitely.
I think there's some funny skits like the skit before High Life, and like. Yeah, but most of the time it's kind of, I don't know. Sometimes it's a little out of place. I like how it ties into a story.
Yeah, I
like
pretty much all tie in, but some of them overstay their welcome a little bit.
I feel I don't want to I'm in my car and I'm listening to Paradise 2, and then the 3-minute skit comes on. Like I have to get to my phone and skip it.
Yeah, to me it's one thing to consume the album in full, and want to listen to the skits. Get all the context of the album. It's another thing if you're in the car, bro. I'm glad you said that. No one said that yet, but if you're in the car, it's I'm not listening to that skit in the car, bro. There's zero chance to the skit in the car.
What if you're listening to fucking Rogue One on Vinyl Days and then a 2-minute phone call skit comes on?
Yeah. I get that for sure. I will say for the context and for what he wanted for this album, I feel like he definitely knew that people were going to want the skits separate, because this is a topic he's talked about from Vinyl Days and Incredible Story. He knows, but I feel like he put them in the tracks just to force people just to force people to at least consume it once, to at least know they're there, which, hey, for the type of album it is, I see why he did that. I might not like it, but I can't knock I can't knock it.
The skits are I like the story they're painting, but I think it's just done better on Incredible True Story.
I agree 100%. And those were shorter skits too, man.
Yeah, they're shorter skits. There was some that are at the end of tracks that were short, and there were some long ones that were separate tracks, which I think is a perfect way to do it.
Yep, I agree completely. I agree. I was telling someone earlier, my favorite skit on the album is literally the 4-second voice call from Castro at the end of Lightsabers. Just because I think it's dope how Logic saying in his verse he's going to go back in time and give Castro the mic, and then Castro raps, and then he picks up the phone saying that he's rapping to a verse as they come pick him up. And stuff like that I fuck with. I fuck with how that all ties together within the skits and the music. You needed both parts for that equation, which I fucked with. Not all the skits do that at all.
Yeah, a lot of them could have been shortened. For example, the skit where he calls the guy who does the set list and he lists the tracks. Yeah, he could have been "Yo, what's the set list?" And he's like, "Okay, it's all I do. Walk on by, blah blah blah." He's like, "All right, cool. We'll be there in 30 minutes." End of skit.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. But there's a lot of little extra things added in, which. It's fine, it's fine. I'm really here to critique the music, but I wanted to ask you about the skits just because it's been a hot topic.
Yeah.
So,
for me, I after a while and everything, because obviously first listen, I want to be yo, this is amazing, great, best.
Of course, yeah. And that's why I waited a little bit. That's why I waited a little bit to do this.
Yeah, you got to digest it.
Yeah.
But like, because I saw like your top 5 list, and I was like, it has to be like top 5, in my opinion.
I agree. Hey, I agree. It's in that number 5 spot, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if I had to put it in the top 5, I would say probably 3 or 4. Like, for me, like, I think No Pressure's 1. But like, and then
I'm not mad at that. Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, that, and then Tits 2, 3, Under Pressure, and then I think it's College Park, and then 5's kind of like a toss up. It could be Violent Days. It could be. Now it has to be Violent Days because like I don't really go back to Everybody as much, even though it's a great album.
This album's better than Everybody, bro. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I feel confident in saying that.
Yeah, like how do you feel about the skits?
Okay, so that's been a hot topic. My personal opinion is that they add to the album. A lot of them overstay their welcome, but the ones that don't have some merit. You know, there's definitely some context to be given with the skits that are echoed within the tracks, especially like the Castro skit at the end of Lightsabers, talking about how his verse is like written technically in 2011, even though it takes place like the track now. It's crazy. There's some pretty dope connections if you look, but you know, they're not the greatest skits in the world. Some of them are a little long, you know, but it's Logic's, like, you know, it's his concise personal album, and that's what I said to someone else. Like, I feel like he knows that people want the skits to be separate, but he purposefully didn't do it for this album just because of like what this album is, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah, and like I kind of get it, like about the skits. Like people, I think people are saying like, hey, like I need you to make a deluxe and then have the skits as like its own track, so you just don't have to listen to them. But like, I agree with you. Like, it adds it, like, you know, it gives you context and everything. And I don't know why every time I hear the one where like he's like, you know, I can't remember which one. I think it's like that's not the end of Lightsabers. I think it's the end of Clone Wars, where like it's like the skit where like he's like ordering food before eating a cashier.
It's Clone Wars.
I don't know why. I just enjoy that one. I just think it's hilarious.
It is funny. That's a funny one. It's like that one in Paradise 2 with the gas station robbery. Those are both the longest skits on the album, and they're both pretty much just there for comedic value, which I appreciate because you don't need to listen to like that super long skit to basically get any added context in the album. They're pretty much just there to laugh at if you want to laugh at them in the moment. If not, you can skip them without, you know, sacrificing anything, which is something I've noticed as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Top 3. How you feeling? Top 3 favorite tracks on the album?
Top 3? That's kind of hard. I think Lightsabers is up there.
Okay, popular answer so far tonight for sure. I agree. I agree.
Yeah, because I don't know, just because like it's a great, you know, I think it's like the first minute and a half, 2 minutes. It's great.
Yeah.
You know, and then the B switch, and then he just keeps going, and then he goes back and forth talking to himself, and then you get the Castro verse at the end. It's like
it's so
great,
crazy song,
and like it's been a while. Obviously it's been like forever since we've heard like a Logic and a Castro like on the same song, like, which is great. Dude. Like, can't wait for Half Breed.
You know, it's gonna be that shit gonna be fire. Castro's him. Castro's him. I have a lot of like. I'm gonna support the fuck out of Castro because he likes the type of music I listen to, which is like more so like street shit as well. And he's very versatile with his singing and stuff. So I think he's gonna do great things. I'm very excited for his career.
Yeah, I need to tap into Castro's like catalog, like because I know he dropped a few songs like since signing up. Like,
yeah, everything else is just like stuff when he went under Shy Gray, which is kind of derivative, or it's just his super old stuff before he went to jail, which is like pretty much not even close to what he's doing now. So
yeah, let's see, man, because there's so many songs on here that I think the greatest is freestyle.
Yeah, dude.
I think that's up
so hard, dude.
Bro, whenever Fat Trail comes in, bro, I think he has like the hardest verse.
No, he does. That's what I was saying. It's literally like one of my favorite guest verses on any Logic project. He goes for so long. He fucking flows crazy. He says some crazy out of pocket shit on that verse, and I love it, dude. I love it.
Yeah,
so hard. It's so hard.
my favorite bar from him is like I think I'm like it's like wearing my house on your wrist. Like
oh yeah, he's like I got your house on my wrist.
I was like, bro, I was like, bro, I heard that. I was like, damn, that's crazy. And then like every time I hear the beginning with Logic goes, I just think of the snippet where he just like bobs his head back and forth. That's all I think about. I was like, damn.
Yeah, dude, no. Fat Trail was like, just look at my eyes, you know that I'm high, I'm rolling with slime, you might see a 9. I knew it was done after that. I knew it was done after that shit. God.
And then Day on the end, where he's just like, I finished my rap, and then it switches to Incipio. I'm like, whoa.
Oh, that transition. Oh, that shit fire. Yeah, that shit snappy. That shit fire.
Yeah, I think if Incipio was longer, it would be good.
If he rapped,
it'd be like a better
rap on that second beat. That would be nice. That would be nice.
Okay, and then third, probably just Lightsabers, just because of the first, like, you know, good part of the song. Just he's just going off his rapping, you know.
Yeah, man. That's a
saying he would never change, switches up and be like, what would you do, you know, if it was 20 million?
That shit is crazy. It's like, yeah, dude, Lightyear is one of those. It's one of those outros, man. It's one of those outros of all time for sure. No, that shit's fun. I fuck with it a lot.
And I don't know about you, but like whenever like at the end, when he sings with the guitar at the end, I don't know, but like
it's nice.
I love it when he just sings like people were like talking crazy about Supermarket, but I enjoyed the album. Like if I would go back to I think if I go back to it now, I might have a different opinion on it. There's some songs like I still like because it's just like I enjoy singing. I would say honorable mention, probably Self Medication and AO. I love AO.
Hey, AO underrated. AO stuff. We've been talking about that for sure. That shit fire.
All right. Okay. First off, top 3 tracks. Number 3, Clone Wars. Number 2, Gaithersburg. Number 1, Lightsabers. Easily.
Cultured man.
Let's see. Okay, I'll close with where it ranks in the discography. So I love this project. It feels like a return to form. I thought Vinyl Days felt more like a mixtape with like the shorter songs and more lyricism.
I agree.
This feels more like album Logic. He he keeps some lyricism, but he trades in that mostly for more substance, and I appreciate that.
Yep.
Yeah, I would say this is number 3 for me, right underneath Under Pressure and Tits, but above No Pressure.
Above No Pressure. You're the first one to put it above No Pressure. Hey, I ain't got a problem with that.
Yeah.
Logic's top 5 is so like solidified. I think everyone has the same top 5. I think everyone has the same top 5. They're just mixed around. It's that Under Pressure, Incredible True Story, No Pressure, Vinyl Days, College Park. For me, College Park lands in that number 5 spot because I agree with what you said about Vinyl Days, and that's a point that's been brought up a few times tonight. But like, Vinyl Days that shit though. Vinyl Days.
Vinyl Days is fun.
Yeah, it's very fun. It's like very much like the type of music I like, and so is College Park. Well, I appreciate you coming through, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me, man.
Of course, anytime. Our video. It's coming. It's coming.
All right, yeah, I gotta find my face cam in there.
All right, top 3. Let's see what I got. I'll pull up the tier list on it. It would have to be Gaithersburg. Definitely is first.
Yep.
And then I probably got Kimmy.
Oh, yes, sir. That's what I like to hear.
And then I'm gonna go Lightsabers.
You got it, dude. You got it, bro. That's my top 3. I'm between Lightyear and Lightsabers making that top 3, but either or. That's my top 3, basically. Yeah. Fire. So how do you feel how College Park, how does it stand up to the rest of Logic's discography? Particularly his recent discography, just so we're keeping it fair. He's got a billion projects.
Right. This is probably my second favorite all-time Logic album. Second or third.
Ooh, okay. All right. Hey, I'm fucking with that. What beats it?
No Pressure.
Oh, No Pressure. Okay. All right. That's
my
interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I was just saying how like I feel like almost every talking to Connor, I feel like almost every Logic fan has like the same top 5. They're just like switched around. What's your like top 5 if you had to think?
No Pressure, College Park, Incredible True Story, Confessions.
Hey,
Confessions.
Over Under Pressure is wild, but I fuck with it. I fuck with that. All right.
And then we got Tarantino 2.
Oh, over Under Pressure still. Oh, all right. Under Pressure is my favorite album from him. That's fine. I have no problem with it. There's no shame here. I fuck with that. Thank you for being the one Logic fan who's like at least a little bit different, because we all like the same shit, it seems.
Right.
So yeah.
Bro, my introduction to Logic was Confessions, and like I love Confessions.
Yeah, and you know I fuck with
I love the
Confessions.
trap.
Yeah. It definitely has its moments. It's different. It's different from his whole discography. So definitely a little bit of merit there for sure. How do you feel about the skits in College Park? That's been a hot topic. I want to know your thoughts.
I honestly have no problem with the skits, man. Like I can, even with like shuffle play, just like going through each track randomly. Like if the skit comes on, I'm not gonna skip it.
Okay.
Like they're just fun.
Yeah, and I feel you. I definitely more of the two like funner skits on here are definitely the longer ones, which is why I feel like if you want to skip them, you can. Some of the shorter ones actually have context within the album that lead into the next track or talk about the previous track, like subject matter. So I mean, you could fucking skip them. But I do like that I feel like he purposefully made like the two longest skits basically just there for fun. Like they're completely a joke. Like they're completely there if you choose to listen to, rather than forcing someone to listen to like a 5-minute waiting room skit on everybody. Bad idea, you know. I think he settled it down album a little bit more, which I fucked with.
Yeah, I think it just has a great balance, which is why it's up there so high.
Incredible balance. You're the first person to say that. It's a very diverse Logic project. Now that you say that,
yes,
might be the most diverse Logic project.
Might be.
Might be. I fuck with that take. That's a good take.
Yo, what's up? My name is Jose, aka The Mind, and I'm gonna tell you why College Park is fucking crazy dope, right? So, in one sentence, this is Logic on crack, and I got a couple notes here because I don't want to miss any point, and I want to keep this short. So, to start off, he's no longer on the contract, right? What does that mean? He got virtually infinite time to finish his projects, right? So where before he was releasing a project yearly, it was evident by the scope of how some projects turned out and maybe the potential of what other projects could have been. It was clear all along that Logic has so many ideas in here but he didn't have enough time to like put into it, right? But now fast forward all these years later, having made it, having all the fame in the world, having all the money, having all of this, most importantly now being a father and having a new perspective in life, and well now too, right? Because he has a second child and he gets to like see life through two different people with two different personalities. We now have a Logic who he gets to do everything that he could fucking possibly have wanted in the past that maybe he didn't get the chance to do so, right? We already have a list of fucking projects that he announced and blah blah blah. But now he has all this new like fire lit up his ass because of fatherhood. So now we have College Park, an album that is now retelling a slice in the life of a kid who wants to make it out of the basement, who has, like, that's the best part. We know the outcome of it. Yo, and don't even get me started on is the music dope. The music is fine. You either like it or you don't. I fucking love it in my case, obviously, but it's dope because this is the most Logic has ever been, in my opinion. This is the most free. Like, it's clear, man. The man sounds happy. It's you feel that freedom and that like confidence in him. Like, this is just the most Logic has ever been, in my opinion. And it's a beautiful feeling as a fan seeing him transition into fatherhood and all the success he's done it. Because in my humble opinion, like, he hasn't even reached his prime yet. Like, you gotta understand, this man got so many fucking ideas. Oh shit, and don't let me forget, he's doing all this with his homies, yo. Castro's on here, Six is on the production, Lenny's in the narrative shit. Like, all the homies, the RattPack reunited, and they're doing this fucking dope-ass project. That's it. That's all I gotta say. Yo, not to mention this man done released like 82,000 beat tapes since his contract ended. So what does this mean? This means this man is just getting started with his life, right? Because now he's free to do whatever the fuck he wants. So I'm excited for everything else that has to come. And yes, it's because of all of that College Park is dope. And much more, obviously, because the fucking production is crazy. So I could speak on it forever, but we love it. We support you. We're proud of you, Bobby. And keep doing your damn thing. We're going to be here to support till the end.
Yo, what's up, everybody? My name is Vig. I go by VIG. I'm a producer. For those of you who don't know, I've worked with Logic a few times now. I co-produced Theme for the People with Postman. I did 10 years with JRB, and I also did the most recent 10th Dimension, the skit that he did on YouTube. I did that with JRB as well. Thoughts on College Park, man? I thought it was a great project. I really love the direction that he took sonically with the album. I feel like all of his albums have a certain like production language, and I think on this one you could really hear the influence of like their group, the Producers Lounge. Like I could hear that it was a blend of like all of their styles, both past, present, and future. Some standout tracks to me, Clone Wars. I thought the bounce on that was crazy. I swear I thought I was a 6-beat when I first heard it, but no, that was my boy Kyle. Shout out Postman. The title track is the drums are super crispy on that. I also really like the that little like bird box that Six used. When I heard it, I was like, oh, that's classic Six. I already knew. And what's another one I really like? I really like AO. I thought the vocals on AO and how they were done were really good. All in all, man, no, I'm really proud of the gang for putting out another great project. And I'm really excited for what's to come.
Guys, Eugene here. I made the Gaithersburg freestyle beat, and man, I love that song, and it means a lot to me because it was the first beat I ever sent him, and yeah. So a little backstory: he followed me out of nowhere in 2020, and I was making that beat on Twitch. And I was like, oh, who could I go to? And I was thinking JID or whatever, but I didn't have any connections to them. So, and then I realized, oh, Bobby follows me. So I said, fuck it, you know what? I have nothing to lose. So I screen recorded like a 30-second snippet of the beat. I sent it to him. And I woke up the next morning to be like, to him being like, oh my God, like, what is that beat? Can you send it to me? Here's my assistant, whatever. Here's my number. And then fast forward a few days, I see him on Instagram Live playing the beat, plus like my pianos and whatever else I sent him. And a few months later, I got a text from him, because we just talk once in a while ever since then, but I got a text like, oh, like this beat, the whole album kind of revolves around the idea of all the homies being on the track and like back in College Park and when he first started, all that stuff. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. I didn't expect the song to be like that. And then, yeah, the rest is history. I mean, it got switched up for Vinyl Days and all that stuff, as you guys know, but yeah, it means a lot to me, man. I'm glad you guys like it.
Little Bobby, just a young run around with his bands, hammer in his hand.